Hello, my name is William Pendlerock, and this is my teepee. I sleep here in the summer. I love it because I'm right there in the pure fresh air. And also, there's something really remarkable about the design of this teepee. It's been created through centuries of wisdom around the origins and the relationship to nature. This principle is the basis of my company, which is also called Origins. Origins is a company that produces workshops, theater performances, operas, and even dance performances. I want to tell you about Origins, and I want to tell you why we call it Origins. Follow me. How many stories have you looked at in your life? How many novels, movies, television shows have you seen? Have you ever noticed that they all tend to be the same story? Joseph Campbell, the great mythologist and anthropologist of the last century, discovered that the hero's journey, the journey of a hero through an adventure which could be internal or can be external, always has the same form. Over the years of working with these archetypes, I've discovered that there's a second one. The second one is the romance story. That is, lovers who get separated, who have an ally that helps them, who have to battle a saboteur of their relationship, and finally come together. These two, the hero's journey and the romance archetype, are the basic forms of all stories. They relate to cycles, a cycle of transformation in which one state of being goes through a process and becomes another state of being. These are the two archetypes of story. They're the origins of story. The thing about the characters of the romance archetype is that they're all within us. For instance, all of us have the capacity to act effectively and appropriately. We call this side the masculine side, and it exists both in men and in women. This is the hero. There's also within all of us a feminine side. The feminine side is tremendously important because she's the one that relates to the source. She's open. She's in relationship. She's concerned with others and she's concerned with life. C.G. Jung, the great Swiss psychologist, discovered that within every human being is this masculine and feminine part, which we call the hero and the heroine. And the most important development of life is to free these two aspects of ourselves and to bring them together. Here's the bad news. Have you ever noticed that there's a part of you that's stopping you from doing what you want to do in your life? A part of you that drives you to do the things that you know that you really don't want to do, to take that cigarette, to take that extra drink? Have you noticed ever how a friend destroys themselves right in front of you? This exists in all of us, the monster within. We call it the saboteur. But there's good news. The fourth character is the Spirit. The Spirit may be the Holy Spirit. It may come from nature. Wherever you experience that it comes from, it comes to you and guides you, gives you the answer, takes you through the difficult time. This is the fourth character, the nurturer, the nature spirit. There's one within all of us. These four characters are constantly interacting, but it's not lawless, their interaction. It has a form. And this is the other part of the archetype. The lovers are together. They get separated by the monster. The nature spirit appears and gives them clarity and gives them some element that they can use to overcome the monster, whereby they come together again in the end. This is the cycle which is always part of what we're going through in our lives. Always in our lives, we are somewhere in that cycle. The question is, where and how do we come to understand this? If you were to come into an Origins workshop, what you would do would be to discover your characters and to perform them through a process that we call archetypal psychodrama. In this way, either using the romance archetype or the hero's journey, you would discover your individual myth, your dream, the story of your unfolding, the story that shows you who you are, where you're going, and how to proceed. Please come and join us in Origins. Our website is sacredperformance.com. Come.